Hey YouTubers, this is Mark with the Financial Survival Center, and I have happened upon another way to avoid dealing with banks. And of course, you might know that I'm a huge promoter of Bitcoin and prepaid debit cards and all kinds of things that will help you avoid somebody taking a chunk out of your financial hide, and also the paperwork that's involved with banks and all kinds of bad news like that. So one of the things that's been around for a little bit but is just picking up huge steam is peer-to-peer lending. And what that means is basically like, imagine if your buddy lends you, or your girlfriend or whatever lends you $100 for doing something, a shopping trip or groceries, or maybe somebody lends you $10,000 because you're buying a car and you come to agreement with them to pay them back, but you're not dealing with a bank. That is exactly the idea behind peer-to-peer lending, and it's also something that a lot of nationalities use. Koreans are very well known for it. Middle Eastern cultures are very well known for it. They don't have banks; they have interlending between different peers. So, two of the big ones now, Lending Club that you can see on the screen right here, and another one I'm going to pop over is Prosper. And I've been involved with, well, Prosper and not Lending Club, but I will be involved with Lending Club. And when I say involved, basically I explain it, do reviews on it, and get people involved in it that could use it and benefit by it as a service. But there are two sides to these. One is you get loans, and that's a great way to go, and I would say it's far, far superior to banks. The other, because you can do it very quickly, you can do it without all the hassle, um, all kinds of good news. The other side, and a little bit less apparent, is as an investor, where you are the one providing the funds for the loans. And I'm telling you, some of the returns are pretty amazing. In fact, there's another guy who's got a video in here, Mike Live in the Economy or something like that at YouTube. He's showing 14, 15% return, and you know, with CDs paying practically zero, or if you're lucky, a 3 or 4% return on some bonds, and then of course the stock market is negative. That 15% return is phenomenal. And so here's basically what my thought is, and something that I thought would be of value to YouTubers to understand. Um, the whole idea behind peer-to-peer is you have to have enough people bidding on your loan to get the rate as low as possible, and of course for you to get the money you want. And that also means if you're an investor, you want the most options of who to loan money to, so you can get the best deal for your money. So it works both ways. One of the things that I've discovered is, and here we're going to see it, is that Lending Club is a whole lot more popular with 11,200 backlinks and a page rank or page authority of 77, a whole lot more popular than Prosper. In fact, roughly 10 times as popular. That isn't to say that Prosper isn't doing a great job. Prosper is getting something like let's see, I think they loaned out, they say $450 million this year, which is awesome. Um, I have to believe Lending Club is a million times bigger than that. Let me see what well, of course, they start out with investing, personal loans, and it's super simple. All you do is you go to the site, and I've got a link below that will take you through my site, and also I have an article on it that I think is worth reading for some of the details about why you would want to go um, one of these ways and some of the ways that you want to navigate it. But basically, you just put in how much money here. Let's just give you an example. Let's say we need $10,000. What's it for? Let's just say debt consolidation. Pretty typical thing. How's your credit? Let's say you're fair credit, okay? And let's see what happens here. Okay, then you go to a form and you have to fill that out. Now, that's exactly what happens on Prosper. Same kind of a deal. You put in the amount up to 35,000. Now, I do believe that Lending Club might be a higher amount. Let me see if they tell you how much you can go. No, it's 35,000. So you're both in the same ballpark. But the long and short of it is, both of them are good. Lending Club appears to have a much, much bigger audience. Audience could translate to better deals, better opportunities for loans, better investments. But both of them are good. Prosper, I think, is the newer one. and it is more connected with people who are from the banking institution. I think a lot of them are from Wells Fargo and things like that. I don't know exactly about Lending Club. I don't know the details of the founders of Lending Club. But if you want to click in the link below, there's an article that explains some of the ins and outs of this, and also you can go ahead and go directly to the sites and just give it a shot. There is no, you're not you're not signing the documents for a loan. You're seeing what you could get if you wanted to. Or on the other hand, you could be doing it for investing purposes. So either way you go, I mean, investors also sometimes get loans, and people who get loans sometimes, for one reason, may have the money to invest in another area. You could be one or the other. Now, if you're strapped for cash and you don't have the money to invest, it's definitely a great place to go check for a loan. You could either A, get a loan when you could get a loan from one of these guys when you couldn't get one before, or B, get a much, much better deal for a loan, because some of the loans out there these days for credit cards and things like that are 13%, 15%. If you've got bad credit for a car, it could be 10, 20%. And on this site, they're talking about 6.5, 7, 8%, maybe up to 15% for somebody who is really, really strung up credit-wise. But that's better than not getting a loan at all. So just wanted to give you that update. Pretty cool news. It's showing that we are in this day and age, we've got many more options to get free of banks and some of the restrictions that they impose, because we've got multiple lending options in Lending Club and Prosper are some great ones. But go ahead and click on the link below, and I take you to that article, which gives you much more detail about what you want to do when you get involved with these, and the best way to get involved as an investor, or if somebody wants to get a loan from them, how you want to navigate that as well. Thanks a lot.